The following episode may contain sensitive material, including descriptions of violence, sexual assault, or graphic descriptions of injuries to victims. If you feel you may be triggered by such material, please consider this before accessing our content. To access trauma counseling or services, please speak to a trauma specialist.
Five games into the team are a terrible and horrible situation happened.
Some cultures believe that lightning can be sent to steal or kill.
When someone in a rural area gets killed by lightning, then often people think it was a witch that sent the lightning.
I'm Peter Matsitse, born in Soweto, Johannesburg, South Africa. I started playing soccer at the age of 6 for the team named Piri First 11. That's my amateur team. I played for Piri First 11 until one day when we were playing local soccer tournaments. I was 19 at that time, spotted by one of the Premier Soccer League teams in South Africa, named Moroka Swallows Football Club. I went there, started playing for Swallows. As a young boy from the township, dusty streets of Piri, I was very excited to play for the top flight. 5 games into the team, a terrible and horrible situation happened.
Bolts of thunder, and the players have gone down on the pitch.
We were playing against Jomo Cosmos, another Soweto team. Like as we were playing, one of my teammates, George Legeto, had the ball. He passed the ball on the right. As he was passing the ball, we just had a loud bang. And then all of a sudden, all players were down. Unfortunately, I was one of those players that was hit. That loud bang apparently was the lightning. I was hit on the head, and then I felt like something, like an axe hitting me right through my head.
When it comes to lightning and sport, there is a lot which needs to be said. We can discuss each sport individually. One of the first cases which captured the imagination of the public, both nationally and internationally, was a soccer game between Jomo Cosmos and Mamelodi Sundowns. This was the first ever filmed lightning strike of a soccer game in history. And due to the fact that it was filmed, it could be slowed down and reviewed slide by slide. We noticed that 3 players went down.
Yeah, what happened is the lightning hit mostly on the left. Hence me, Chokonia Tibi, and Pumlani Tindi. We were the 3 that was hit badly. And all of us are left-footed players. So we were all on the left. And the advertising boards on the left were hit. They were black, they were bent. All 3 of us were hit badly. But the players playing on the right, and they were not like hit like us. I just felt like I was hit by something on top of my head, like an axe. That's where I felt pain. Then it was horrible. It was horrible. After that, I didn't see anything after until I wake up at the dressing room. I don't know how I got there. I woke up there, and as I opened my eyes, I tried moving my legs. I tried moving my hands, but nothing happened. I was stiff. I was like, I could see people, and there was a lot of noise. Paramedics and team doctors both team doctors from Cosmos and Swallows trying to resuscitate and help other players. So there was a lot of noise in the dressing room. I was starting to get scared because I didn't know what's going to happen next. So as time went, they started massaging us and trying to pull our legs and arms, and then I started getting better. And then I woke up, was okay, but I couldn't drive or I couldn't do anything on that day. So because of the match was live on TV, and my brother, sister, and mother was watching the game at home, they started getting scared too. And then my brother came all the way to the stadium. We were playing at George Koch Stadium in Johannesburg. So what my sister told me is that as the people were talking in the dressing room saying that I'm not waking up, I'm not doing anything, I'm not moving, she started getting scared too. And then she went out crying for help, and she didn't know where she was going. She was just devastated. So I can imagine what she went through on that day, because she can't stop talking about that. You know, she talks about that all the time.
So the soccer incident is a fascinating one. I was involved in a cursory way with Professor Ian Janrell and Dr. Rolf Anderson, but this was a very important event in that it helped us actually document this different injury mechanism that up until then had been speculated rather than proven. And what is quite clear from looking at the video footage of the game and speaking to the attending physician, this was an incident where none of the generally understood injury mechanisms were involved, and the video footage helped us understand that. And it was a groundbreaking piece of work at the end of the day.
It was during this time that the University of the Witwatersrand analyzed the footage to determine that it was the upward streamer mechanism by which these players were injured.
The fifth injury mechanism is the upward streamer injury mechanism. This is one of the more recently documented ones. When I say recent, within the last couple of decades. This mechanism is where lightning doesn't attach directly to an individual or a structure, but it causes charge to move from a structure on the ground. And that charge and the collapsing of that charge is what causes the injury or damage. So looking at the video footage, it was quite clear that several of the players that were injured didn't have their feet on the ground, or one foot was on, one wasn't. There was no evidence, and certainly what we could see from the video footage, we couldn't see direct attachment to any of the players. And there's a hint of a puff of smoke or dust in the back corner, which we think the lightning happened or attached to the stadium.
If one has 2 feet on the ground, there is a potential difference between one's feet, and one runs the risk of lightning injury. If one has 1 foot on the ground, there is no potential difference, so this may have a protective effect on you with regards to lightning injury.
So thinking about the streamer injury mechanism, the streamer mechanism is where you've got a large body of electric charge. It causes charge to respond on other structures. So if you've got a player on a soccer field, that means that that large body of charge causes a response in kind, a negative and positive charge, and the players would have electric charge moving from their head. Now, when that main lightning channel, the main lightning event, collapses or the charge finishes moving, the upward streamers collapse, and that means that current flows again. And that current in that incident was enough to injure and harm quite badly. So you've got this thing happening here, you've got a response from your head, and you've got this thing that wants to go there. This stops, okay? You've still got this charge here, which then has to charge by its very nature, wants to equalize. It doesn't like being separated. So the upward streamer collapses, And in that, collapsing means that current flows, the charge moves, and that in turn causes electrons to flow through your brain or through your heart or whatever it might be. And that's where the injury comes in.
The following day, the team took us to the doctor to check for heart check, and then they put a lot of plugs in my body, and I stood there for hours, and then I was discharged. And then I went back home. We were given a 2 weeks rest. What happened to me, or something that I saw after the incident, was I developed something like a lump behind my neck, something that I didn't have before the incident. So it started small, and it got bigger and bigger. Because before the lightning, I wasn't using contact lenses for my eyes. But at the moment, like as we speak, I'm wearing the contact lenses because my sight, I don't know what happened to it. I can't say truly it's lighting, but on that day, I didn't know contact lenses because I wasn't using them. But now I'm using them because my sight is not that good. I don't know if it was from that as well.
Lightning plays an important role when it comes to sport. Lightning affects all sports. Recently, we wrote the guidelines for the South African Rugby Union. What should happen is the following. There should be a dedicated lightning umpire. This is someone who watches the skies. You cannot watch the game and the skies at the same time. If a thunderstorm is within 20 kilometers of the game, one should be placed on alert. If the thunderstorm cell is within 10 kilometers of the game should stop. The inconvenience of stopping a game is less than the inconvenience of a dead or injured player. One should wait 30 minutes after the last rumble of thunder to resume the game. Golfers seem to be the best prepared for lightning. Most golf courses have lightning warning systems. There are apps on the phone which warn of lightning. South Africa has a new organization called ALPA, which is the Earth Lightning Protection Association. We need to make certain that our structures are lightning safe. Oftentimes, structures which you think may be safe may not be safe. So there is a huge question regarding indoor swimming pools. One requires formal ALPA assessment, Earth Lightning Protection Association assessment of your structure to make certain that it is lightning safe. For example, one may get surges through the electricals which could injure you in an indoor swimming pool. So one needs to be certain that one's structures are safe from lightning. Lightning protection is a multi-billion-dollar industry. It affects every industry, from civil aviation to railway engineering to agriculture.
A common question is, well, when do we need to start worrying about lightning? And that is quite a difficult question to answer. And I think generally accepted within the international community is anything closer than 20 kilometers is already at quite high risk. So one can debate that. You can, if you want to be safer, you can talk about 50 kilometers. It really does depend on the event, how many people are involved, how long it takes to clear up the event and all that. So often it's not as simple, there's a magic number that you can apply. This is why you need to think about these things in advance. You've got to apply your mind to what the risks are, what the activity is. So sporting activity, or any outdoor activity for that matter, it's very important to think ahead of the time. And practically speaking, this means that don't schedule events where it's likely that lightning will happen, or if you know that there's a chance of lightning, you've actually got a plan in place. Now, there are different ways we can do this. There are certainly a lot of technologies and tools that we can use. There are apps that you can use. There are, we all know in golf courses, you've got electric field sensors that will sound an alarm or a siren under certain conditions, which indicate you should seek shelter. But at the end of the day, lightning safety and lightning protection is about being vigilant and understanding the risks, and also recognizing it's never convenient to cancel that game or stop that round of golf, whatever it might be. I think the important message is it's better to be safe than sorry.
No place is safe outdoors in a thunderstorm. Even a soccer stadium is at risk from lightning during a thunderstorm.
Till today, I'm still scared of lightning. I don't go out when there's lightning. I play social football now. If there's lightning, I don't go, I don't play, I don't want that happening to me again, because I felt the first time it was horrible. I'm just praying, and then I'm glad that I'm still alive. Yeah, here in South Africa, we believe in tradition. So the elders said I must go see a Sangoma, because those are the people that can help. I went, they took me to a Sangoma. When we got there, they told the Sangoma what happened, and then she knew what to do, because she gave me some potion, and then I drank the potion. When I got home, after a few hours, I was vomiting. So that's what happened, because what she said this will help take the electricity, I don't know, whatever goes in, it'll help it go out. And then I did just that. Here today, I'm still here. Yeah, I don't know if it helped or something else happened, but I'm glad I'm here. Because what they said is, if I don't perform the ritual, it might come back and strike, and then this time around, I won't survive it. Because it's something that was happening as they were growing up in the villages and stuff. They've seen people being hit, and yeah. And I just had to believe it because they are the elders. And then I was scared. I was scared at that time. I could do anything that I was told, because I was very scared.
One of the most common beliefs in Southern Africa is the belief that witches can send lightning to harm people or kill them, and to kill their livestock or burn down their houses. The way in which you counteract this witchcraft lightning is by getting muti from a traditional doctor, and that muti contains all sorts of, no one would give me their recipe, but it contains stones and bones and roots and leaves, and sometimes the ground up rubber of a tire. And you bury that muti in some places around your house, and then it should protect you against lightning sent by witches. The tragedy of witchcraft and lightning is that when someone in a rural area gets killed by lightning, then often people think it was a witch that sent the lightning. And then they go to a Sangoma to find out who the witch was. And then sometimes that witch is driven from the community, the so-called witch, or even killed. And so it results in a double tragedy. People who believe that witches can send lightning distinguish between man-made lightning and natural lightning. So natural lightning is just the normal lightning created by the weather, but man-made lightning is specific lightning sent by a witch, often because someone is jealous of you, or then you get a witch to bewitch the person that you're jealous of.
Sadly, there is a phenomenon in South Africa called lightning revenge attacks. People don't talk about this, but some cultures believe that lightning can be sent to steal or kill. What happens then is the family of the victim will seek revenge on the sender of the lightning and will kill the sender by means of petrol bomb or some other means. This is an unfortunate occurrence which kills about 50 to 100 people each year in South Africa.